What's up, folks? Jonathan's back with another episode of Ridiculous Bible Stories. And today I have one that most people, I think, have heard of. Jonah and the Great Fish. Yeah, it's the one where a dude gets swallowed. Well, before we get into that, I'm gonna read. Now, I'm not gonna read all this because it's incredibly tedious and long. I'm just gonna touch on one little part here. This is the story of Jonah, and it's in the book of Jonah. Who knew? This is Jonah chapter 1, verse 17. Now the Lord had arranged for a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was inside the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. All right. So the story goes like this. God told Jonah, go to this city and preach. Jonah didn't want to do it, so he went the opposite way, got on a boat, and was trying to split. Big storm. Everybody in the boat's freaking out. Jonah says, it's my fault. I'm running from God. So they freak out and go, well, get the hell out of here. And so they throw him off the boat. So a giant fish, all right, it says a giant fish swallowed Jonah whole, and Jonah was in the stomach of this fish for 3 days and 3 nights. And if you read further in the Bible, it says that while he's inside the fish, he's praying. He has like this whole thing, talking to God. And then God has pity on him, I guess. And then has the fish puke Jonah out on some dry land. And then Jonah goes, yeah, maybe I should go to that city like you told me to in the first place. All right. First, I want to say this. If you're in the stomach of a creature, like a giant fish or whatever, okay, you're going to run out of oxygen. You sure as hell ain't going to have enough oxygen for 3 days and 3 nights. It just ain't going to happen. And also, there's stomach acid, right? Stomach acid. It dissolves the stuff you eat slowly. And apparently, the stomach acid didn't mess with him. He didn't need the oxygen, I guess. Now, as ridiculous as this story is, which is why it's in Ridiculous Bible Storytime, I'm sure quite a few Christians would say, well, you know, God can make anything happen. It says in the Bible that God created the universe. And so if God has that kind of power, of course, he could, keep this dude alive in a giant fish's stomach for 3 days. All right, well, the problem is you're taking a story in the Bible and your evidence to prove that this is a real story is you're using information from the Bible where it says God created the universe. So what you're saying is this part of the Bible proves that part of the Bible. So you're using the Bible to prove the Bible. That's called circular reasoning. And it's a logic flaw. Circular reasoning in a court of law will get you laughed out of the courtroom. So basically, the best thing that a Christian could say is, well, it doesn't make any sense. Scientifically, it's impossible, but I have faith, which means you believe in something with no evidence. And hey, if that's the way you want to go for it. But don't try to write this story with some sort of pseudoscience or, in certain situations, a person can breathe less oxygen. Yeah, just don't even go there. You sound ridiculous. If you're gonna say, well, I believe it's a true story because I just believe it, then okay, you do you. But as for me, I'm putting the story of Jonah and the giant fish on Ridiculous Bible Story Time because I think it's ridiculous. Hope you're having a great day. What do you think?